Hey guys, back in the commercial. It is Monday, January 29th, I believe. So yesterday went into town, got more supplies, and I was hoping it was going to be a quick trip, but what turned into going for bolts and a few things turned into, I think, 5 hours worth of shopping and browsing. I guess that's how I am when you go into Home Depot and Lowe's. All right, so we got some new hinges. Check these out. I did not know, not that one. All right, so I did not know that Lowe's had larger hinges. They had the same ones that they had at Home Depot, which is here I painted black, and these are 10-inch. And then I didn't realize that further down in the aisle, in the next bay over, basically, is more hinges that were different types and larger, heavier duty. Look at that in comparison to size. I mean, that's a huge difference. These were $32, where these were just over $10. Not cheap, but I think this will hold the door better anyway. Okay, so with that said, project fail. This door is so heavy that I could barely lift, like even the corner here, just even lifting. Like it is so heavy that it's not going to work. These hinges are probably, I was doing research, and I should have done the research earlier, that these hinges that I thought would hold really good were saying they should be fine at about 60 pounds. So if I had 4 of them, and there's probably a variable or formula in there where it's also the height, the width of what would keep it up there. So if it was thinner, it might work, but then I found these bigger ones. Well, here's the deal, is that this, I don't think even these will work. It may for a while, but for long term, I think eventually maybe a hard slam of the door, it may knock it out of that road tie that we're using for a post. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut this in half. I should have done this to begin with. So it's turning out pretty cool, though. I like this look. This it's pretty close to the design that I pencil drawn. But I flipped it, so pencil drawing had poles in the middle, and we're going to do metal on top and bottom. I flipped it, and instead I'm going to put the metal in the middle. And we also were thinking it would be kind of cool is to put our address number on there right in the middle with big, bold, three-dimensional type letter or numbers. And now that we're going to cut it in half, I can't do that even. So, all right. We're going to cut it in half right in here. So I got to take all this apart. Luckily, I only had enough bolts to really secure the thing together. Now I'm going to take them apart. And then my son's going to be here soon, actually, to help. And we're going to cut this in the middle somehow. So I got to figure this out before he gets here so he can help me, because I'm not taking these poles out. These were so hard to put in. I don't have a lot of video because I left the GoPro at home. So I used a little bit with the cell phone, but we had to use these clamps to even get them in there. That's how tight they were. All right, taking apart it almost looks like little stairs. I'm taking this apart, and on that thought, instead of cutting this in half and trying to shape it, because the spacing is not going to be right now to to try to even this out better. So I'm almost thinking at this point to do the door, cut new boards for the poles, and I've got lots of poles I have extra now because we changed the design. So I think I'm gonna leave these. I'm gonna keep them as is and use them on a different project. I mean, why not? It's kind of cool looking, and if we do our gate with this style, we could probably do something else with this as well. Even if it's maybe a half door that's not so heavy, maybe that would look almost like a gate, maybe, I don't know. But maybe just put it aside. It's probably about total, it'd be about, well, it's not cheap, I guess, 60, it's probably about 100 bucks just for these. But it might be easier than trying to cut it, and I think, I don't know if I'll have enough wood or not. You know what might be kind of cool with those is our signage. If we only do letters on one side, we could put this on the other side. That might look kind of cool. So yeah, we'll figure out something. Okay, let's see if I can. Yeah, definitely lighter now. It's still heavy, but it's lighter than with all those on there. Okay. I'll pick these up. It's like vents for attics, I guess. But what I liked was they were on clearance and sucker for yellow tag sales. But this was like $31, regular price $50, I think, or $48. And then there's a 24-inch one. That's 24 by 24. I think this is 18 by 24. And this one was actually cheaper, it's even $28, regular price $53. So it's had a bigger discount. Last one left. They only had a few more of these. But what's cool with it, what I'm thinking, is the mineshaft for the above ground elevator one we want to do. That this just looks industrial, and I think it'd look cool with corrugated metal. Maybe even paint these black on it. We'll see. But I just thought that looked kind of cool. Not to really serve the purpose they were made for, but just for the industrial look on it. So kind of like windows without having a window. So yeah, this might be kind of a cool. Where am I going to put it right now? I got stuff everywhere. So buy a $50 art piece or something for it, or $50 of this, and make it work. So speaking of today, this morning, I almost went to the valley. Somebody was selling for 300 bucks this 10 by 11 by 4.5 feet solid, what do you call this, square tube? I don't know, it's called the metal, all welded together with supports, everything. Had cross beams in it, and the section in the middle was like 4.5 feet. And I thought, man, I thought about it all morning, and by the time I decided, yeah, I'm gonna go get it, it's just sold. And so it's like, oh, I should have thought about it too much. But I was thinking that would be cool for the mine shaft. For the above ground, I want to do that. We have the underground one, but we want to do an above ground one too, where it's like you kind of go in and maybe have some of the pulleys that we have and stuff in it, maybe showing it from the top. So that probably would have been so much easier to already have it down for 300 bucks. Missed the opportunity. So this one's ready to stain sand, I mean.
needs to be somewhere else where.
I wonder if we could put it on. No, we just put it on the floor.
Yep. It's just a paper on myself. Good.
Choose the vacuum instead with this much, that way it's not blowing it everywhere. So just to confirm, just a carrier shy of 36.
Did you say all of those boards or just the two on top?
This one's right at 36. What's that?
All of those boards or just the two on top?
Just the ends of these. The ones on top I can do tomorrow.
Okay. So just those ends or both ends? Both ends.
Just these ends. The other sides are done.
Okay. So you just need that side.
You want to do it?
Yeah, and then you can stain those.
Okay. It's right in those grooves. Let this dry tonight, do the second coat tomorrow. And it's gonna be nice out, so if I do the coats tomorrow here, it might dry pretty quick. Woo, it's not good.
So now dirt on it?
Probably. Slippery. That's just the back. Real quick is just gonna brush out these bubbles just a tad, just to make sure it's not getting good texture. I like that board is light. I think we're done. Cool. I think we got everything done that we can do today. And then tomorrow, with these other pieces, I'll cut those to size, sand them, and get those ready for, I can get one door done. So, alright. I guess we call it a day. Alright. It's like almost 60 degrees today. It's awesome. Oh, it's so great. And I just found out my daughter is in labor right now. So we may have another grandchild coming here today, or maybe tomorrow. So sounds like it's going to be soon though. It's a little bit early. So this was not expected to be this quick. She's out of state though. So unfortunately we're not going to be able to get there right now. So, but keep in contact and so far all is great. So all right, so I'm down here for a few hours today, probably 4.5 hours, and going to keep working on this. So I got another coat to do on what we did yesterday with the cuts and the new boards. And then I'm going to start working on one door because I think I have enough wood to get those poles with a new set of poles on there. Just like that, except smaller. And I think we're just going to keep this one, these two, and repurpose them. We got another idea I came up with last night while at home is we wanted, here I'll just take it out and show, because I'm not outside too much these days. But so we have this fence back here, and this is part of where the caboose hit when it landed. The back end, you can almost see where it notched into the fence there, so we're going to eventually have to fix that. This is just a empty lot. Used to be a concrete place many years ago, before I even knew my friend who bought my cabin first, and then I bought it from him. So this has been empty for some time now, but we're still gonna get fixed. I don't know, I think they put the fence up, and I believe the prior owner said they wanted them to put the fence up because all their trucks and debris and everything kept going into this lot. Well, what I was thinking of doing is doing a gate right here, and it's going to be a faux gate. It just looks like some sort of train gate, where instead of a chain link fence that goes across, that way we do have a few extra pieces of track. I mean, here's one, and we've got we got two. We got a smaller one and this one. We might be able to get it a little bit further. We're leaving this empty for right now until that way we could fit a little cat tractor in here, and we're gonna need to do some more work back here. But we could do a faux gate and make it look like you'd almost open it up, I guess, like for a train to come through for the stop, and then shut it. So that's kind of the thought, is that gate could match the gate that's going to be down here. So I think that would look kind of cool, and that one can be sturdy. The hinges are just going to be for looks, so I can make it heavy and big, and it's not going to matter. So that might be pretty cool. All right, we are done for the day.
Hey. Oh.
Say hi, Janee.
Hi, Janee.
All right, this is what we did today. We got all these trimmed to size. One coat on this one. This one already had a second coat. I actually screwed up on a cut, but it's fine. It'll be fine for what I figured out. It'll be fine. All right, so these will dry. We got to do a second coat tomorrow after we get back from Payson, even if it's, I don't think we're gonna be there too late, right?